Hello and welcome to my RTS camera type of tutorial right here. So what we're actually going to do is create a camera handler, so like the system behind the camera that makes it like an RTS type camera. So I don't know if you've ever played the game League of Legends or let's say StarCraft and stuff like that. We're going to create a camera that kind of looks like that. A lot simpler, but for testing purposes it's perfect, or for learning purposes it's perfect. So let's get right into it. All I'm gonna do is create a I'm gonna create a plane, and I'm gonna bring it to the origin, so 0, 0, 0 right there. I'm just gonna switch the scene right here, double click on that. Okay, so now I've got this plane and I'm gonna make it bigger because I want to use that as a floor. And next what I want to do is give it a bit of color so we can see like where we're going. Oh, we don't have any colors, do we? No. Okay. I'm gonna go to assets up here. I'm gonna go to import package, and I'm going to terrain assets. I'm gonna bring in terrain assets, so this package right here, and I'm only gonna select the top ones right here. Yeah, actually no, we're not. So click none down here, and all we're gonna do is bring in the cliff, good earth, grass and rock. So we're gonna bring those in. Great. And now just open that and just drag that onto the plane, I guess, the the ground. Okay, so once that is done, that looks kind of ugly, but I guess we'll just have to deal with it. You should click on the main camera, double click to come near it. I'm going to raise it up to 75 in the y-axis. I'm going to point it downwards. I think the best thing to do right here is just to go in game mode while clicking on that. And now I'm going to rotate it on the X by I don't know, 75. 75 looks good. And I'm actually going to bring it down, thinking about it now. 30, 40, 30 looks good. Yeah, so 30 in the y-axis. Okay. And yeah, okay, great. So now that that is done, I want to change the lighting. So I'm not going to use an actual light for this, directional light. I'm just going to go to edit, go down to render settings, and where it says ambient light, I'm just going to move that to a bit wider, and then you should have like ambient light, right? Like a white ambient light. Okay, so once that is done, we can create a script, not a Boost script, a C# script. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I mean, you could call this anything, but I'm gonna call mine RTS Camera Handler, like that. And once that's done, just drag that onto your main camera. Make sure it's there and not on the plane. Okay, now you can open that. And there's a few things we have to do for this to work perfectly. The first thing we have to do is, I'm just going to delete these for now, is create 4 Boolean variables. Some people do this type of camera handler differently. I did this before and it worked fine. So I'm going to create 4 Boolean variables. The first one's going to be move right. Actually no, move up. No, how do they call it? Move forward. That's it. Move forward. And that's going to be false. Boolean move backward equals false. Boolean move right equals false. And then okay, I lagged a bit. There we go. Boolean move left equals false. Done. Now we're going to create a void. Actually, we're going to create the start function. So void start. Okay, so this function will be called when Unity starts to run. And actually no, we don't even have to do that because I've just initiated them there. So okay, we don't need that, but we do need the update loop. So update, and you cannot do this in the fixed update loop. If some of you know what that is, you have to do this in the update loop. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is I'm going to call a RTS camera I don't know, function, I guess. Whoops, my bad. Void RTS camera, like that, and then finally move camera. So I'm all creating these you know, these new functions which should help me keep this very clean, so if your project gets kind of big, at least you know where things are and it's easier to find errors and stuff. So now in the RTS camera, we want to find out if in this frame the users press the button. Okay, so we're gonna move the camera with the WASD keys. So all we're gonna do is if input dot get key down is equal to, what am I doing? Get key down. Sorry. Bracket key code. We're gonna start with move forward. So W key code. This equals true. Yes. Then do this. Let me just check if there's any errors in here. Oh, that looks correct. Okay. Then do that, and I'm gonna keep this all in single line, so because then it gets kind of big if you don't. So in this little bracket bit, I'm gonna write move forward equals true, and that's it. That's done. Now what you want to do is copy that down. You want to change the input get key down to input dot get key up. Key code equals W is equal to true. Then move forward equals false. Okay. Before I go on and make the other ones, I just want to make sure that, you know, that algorithm works. So in move camera, I'm gonna write if move forward equals true. Transform dot translate. It's vector3 dot forward. I think that's pretty neat. Here it could be anything, but it's more like camera speed between this multiplying thing right here. So what I'm actually going to do is, instead of calling this 40 a fixed value, I'm going to just type in camera speed, and then I'm going to create a new variable up here. Don't forget to call it public or else it won't work. It will work, you just won't see it. And I'm going to set that to 40 straight off. That's the default speed. So that's done. Times time dot delta time, and then close that off. Check if there's any errors. Doesn't seem to be anything, so I guess let's test it. 2 seconds, just initiating. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna press W and it actually moves downwards. Okay, let me try it again. Why would it move downwards? Transform translate forward, vector3 forward. Transform dot 2 seconds just while I check this. Alright, I just got that. I forgot to, in this translate, so transform dot translate blah 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 blah, I forgot to put after the delta time space dot world. So instead of it being just the object, moving it related to the object. So because our object's facing downwards, forward for that object is to go downwards, right? but for the world, compared to the world, this object has to go forward in, forward the way we want it to go forward. So all I've done is I've added space.world, and then that's it. And in this get key down, I'm going to make it a bit neater. I'm just going to delete the true, because if that is true, then it's true, right? Okay, so we're going to hit play, and now I'm going to press W. It moves forward. I stop, move forward. There we go. So that algorithm works. So now I'm going to copy this another 3 times down. So then the next one is move back, so that's going to be the key S. Then it's going to be move right, which is D. Then move left, which is A. Once that's done, all you have to do is change the variables in here. Move left, move right, and then move backwards. Okay, what's going on here? Key code A, double bracket. Okay. Now all we have to do is make the changes to the move camera function, and we're just gonna move that to move back, move right, move left. Okay. And now the last thing we have to do is change the vector3 dot something. So for the back, it's going to be dot back, vector3 dot right, and vector3 dot left. Alright, so now if I'm just going to copy this and just move it so I've got a bit more place to play with. Oops. And we should be done, to be honest. Just gonna show you how it works. So there we go. Now I can press multiple keys and it just moves me around. So if I just move the camera up a bit to about 50, you can see how it works. Or 75 like before. You can see how it works. The higher your camera, the smoother it's gonna look, to be honest. So usually I keep it at about 75. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Hope it was useful. And yeah, I'll see you later. Bye bye.